Hello, fellow travelers. Today I'm going to be chatting a little bit about some food destinations that I am currently obsessed with. So if you are a fellow foodie like me, you are going to want to stick around and check it out. Okay, the first place I want to talk about today is in one of my favorite countries in the world to visit, Spain. So Spain has a special place in my heart, not only because it's an amazing and beautiful country with so many food destinations, but my husband and I went there for our honeymoon, so we'll always carry a special place in my heart. My favorite city that we visited when we were on our honeymoon was Granada. We went there to see the Alhambra, which was absolutely beautiful and one of the most fantastic places we've ever visited. But we also stayed in this fantastic little boutique hotel that's just, if you watched a movie set in Spain, this hotel will be in it. We had to wind with our luggage through these cobblestone streets, but when we got to our room, when you opened up the windows, you saw over the streets, you saw all the rooftops, and then you saw the Alhambra up on the hill. That was, I can still close my eyes and picture exactly what it looked like when looking out of our window. Unfortunately, I can also close my eyes and picture how embarrassed I was at that hotel to realize that you did not have to carry the key to your room attached to the giant bronze acorn. They put that on there so that you leave it at the desk. But I was young and inexperienced in my Europe travels, and I stuffed that thing and carried it around all day in my crossbody bag. So when we got back to the hotel, the front desk staff was confused. They were like, well, we wondered where you were because you weren't in your room, but we didn't have the key. And I'm sure they told stories at home of me pulling that giant thing out of my bag, but they were very gracious about it. So there's your travel tip of the day. Don't carry that around with you. You leave it at the front desk. So the particular Spanish food destination I want to talk about today, though, is San Sebastian, Spain. So San Sebastian has become one of the top food destinations in the world in the past years. Did you know that San Sebastian has the most Michelin star restaurants per capita than anywhere in the world aside from Tokyo? That just kind of blew my mind. So not only are you on the beautiful northern coast with the ocean views and the beach framing you on one side and then the mountains framing you in the background, but in addition to all of the sightseeing you can do and all of the rich history of San Sebastian, the Spanish royal court used to use it as their sort of home base. Now it's become an amazing food and wine destination. So that just gives me about 3 more reasons to put it on my food bucket list, which is pages long. But not only for the Michelin stars, so some people are into Michelin stars and fancy food and other people aren't. So if you're not into the Michelin stars, you can take advantage of any of other number of restaurants. Their food culture is really strong. And one of the really different things that they have, if you've been to Spain, or even if you haven't, you've probably heard of tapas, which usually consists of a drink and some small plates prior to dinner. So San Sebastian has its own version of tapas called pinchos. So that's spelled Pintxos. And that is just the Basque spin on tapas. But they have all these different restaurants that sort of have created their own unique dish of pinchos. So what you can do, and what a lot of people like to do, is go on sort of a pinchos crawl. So they will go just from restaurant to restaurant and sample each restaurant's specialty so they can get a flavor of the whole city, and sort of each neighborhood in San Sebastian has different flavors of pinchos and different specialties. So you can visit and you could do your Michelin starred restaurants and then make sure to get some of the local flavor as well. All right, the next food and wine destination we're going to talk about, we're going to move a little bit to the west of Spain to neighboring Portugal. So have you ever heard of the Douro River? The Douro River is a river that flows through Porto, Portugal, and I guess it's not really a destination, it's a series of destinations I'm interested in. But sometime in the next year or year and a half, I am going to get on Ama Waterways, which is a river cruise company, if you've ever heard of them. And they have a fantastic itinerary called Enticing Douro. So this cruise leaves out of Porto, which I think I would do like a pre-cruise stay in Lisbon and then head to Porto and depart. It's a occupational hazard with travel advisors. I just constantly, like, in addition to planning my clients' trips, I just have a running, set of trips in my head for myself. But anyway, my latest trip that I'm planning in my head for myself, I will fly into Lisbon, do a pre-cruise stay in Lisbon, maybe do some day trips to Sintra. And then I will go to Porto and leave out of Porto and go along the Douro River. And you stop at a couple of different quintas. So quinta is a Portuguese word for like an agricultural estate, aka winery. So you basically get to cruise down the Douro River, stopping at all of these beautiful quintas, wineries, and sampling all of the best wine and seafood and cultural experiences that the region has to offer. Yes, please sign me up. And my third and final food and wine destination that I am currently just in love with will probably come as no surprise because it's a pretty well-known food and wine destination, and that is France. So, but specifically, I have been really into deep diving into the sort of French wine regions. So this summer worked with this amazing French company. We call them destination management companies, but it's basically an expert that I will work with in a country that specializes in that area. And this particular DMC specializes in wine and wine tours and everything wine and food and wine. And so boy, did I have fun working with them to create this trip for some clients who were getting away to celebrate an anniversary. So they started out in Paris and had sort of a romantic time in Paris and then headed to, okay, I have a Texas accent, so I'm going to do the best I can, but they headed to the Loire Valley. And they got to just basically have a private driver take them out and experience all of these different wineries and gourmet food, artisan food making experiences. They went to a chocolatier. They saw, an artisan cheese factory and shop. So they just really got to spend a lot of time with experts in France, just experiencing everything the Loire Valley had to offer. But I also have been sort of doing a deep dive through my same supplier where I was listening to a presentation they were doing on the Bordeaux region. And my new bucket list item to do is to head to Bordeaux and the coast. And after sampling several different wines in the region at chateaus, I want to get on this little boat on the coast where they take me out and feed me delicious wines with oysters and mussels that are freshly caught off the coast. I mean, can you even think of a better special occasion celebration, like anniversary, birthday, retirement, than to be floating on this old wooden boat off the coast of the Bordeaux region in France, being fed oysters and crisp wine? Because I can't. I mean, I probably will. I'll probably think of a bunch of different things, but right now I cannot. Well, I hope you enjoyed my wanderlust musings about food and wine. And as always, if you found this video helpful or liked it in any way, hit that like and subscribe button so you can keep up with me for all of my wanderlust musings, tips, tricks, and travel destinations. And as always, if you ever would like help designing your perfect food and wine bucket list getaway, you can head to larksongtravel.com and I would be more than happy to chat with you.